Good morning. I'm Diane Dobitz, and I'm serving as worship associate this morning alongside Diane Langland, who is our worship leader. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Mankato, and all of you are welcome, whether join us in person or on Zoom. Reverend Diana McLean will be joining us again next Sunday. We extend an especially warm welcome to you if this is your first time attending one of our worship services, and we appreciate that it can be difficult to cross the threshold of a new church for the first time, whether in person or online. Sunday morning is a team effort, and we are grateful for all those who help make it happen. If you are attending by Zoom today, you are welcome to stay after the service to visit together. And for those attending in person, we have hospitality in the fellowship after worship. We acknowledge that our fellowship meets on the traditional homelands of the Dakota peoples. In continuing to understand our shared history and accepting our responsibility for reparations and building relationships in the here and now, we want to go beyond land acknowledgement as we seek to be good relatives. Today, Earth Day, we have a plant exchange. If you have a plant to share or not, doesn't matter, there's plenty for all. And also, you received a little card to write what you're doing to help with adapting to climate change in our world. Those will be collected during the second collection. Also, next week, on Sunday the 28th, the Moose Jaw, the Minnesota Unitarian Universalist Social Justice Alliance director or strategist, will be here to help us understand how to do the UU the vote this year. She'll be bringing postcards and helping us understand what to do. And if you can't make it next Sunday, let me know and I'll keep you in the loop so that we can help strengthen our democracy by being involved in this postcard writing effort. And her name is Karen Wills. She is also inviting other area organizations. There's a Latina group and Indivisible and League of Women Voters who may be joining us. So we may have guests next Sunday, and we'll make everyone feel welcome as we all work together to strengthen our democracy. Now, together, let us kindle a flame symbolizing our co-creation of sacred space at home and in this place made sacred by years of love. If you are with us on Zoom, please write in the chat that a chalice is lit on your street. And please say the words with me. You will find them on the pew cards as Diane lights our chalice. We are welcoming people of diverse beliefs who commit to nourish the spirit, broaden the mind, nurture the earth, and build community. May this flame we kindle remind us to share today and every day, to love beyond belief.
And there was another announcement that I forgot to put on here. And I think it was not on the slide either. But next Sunday, following our fellowship hall time, we will be playing a video about trans etiquette. Part of our mission in our community is to be considered a welcoming committee. And in order to do that, there are things that we need to do each year to keep us in that category. And our Pride team works on that, which is Nancy and Nancy. I'm not sure if she's here. And me. So please join us if you are able for that. It's important. We join together this day with loving hearts, hands, and minds, embracing the interconnected web of water, air, and earth. We light a fire of sustaining hope, ever bright with love and justice. May we bring forth this day new wisdom, strength, and courage to create a new world, not of wealth, but well-being. A world of new peace and abundance for all. As we give thanks for this earth, our shared and singular home, may we dedicate ourselves to its ongoing care, rising to the calls deep within us and all around us. May we respond today and always with courage and with love. The proposed revision to Article 2 of the Unitarian Universalist Association bylaws, principles, and purposes reminds us that love is the power that holds us together, and it is at the center of our shared values. We are accountable to one another for doing the work of living our shared values through the spiritual discipline of love. As we celebrate Earth Day, let's put love at the center of our work for climate justice and earth care. For indeed, we protect what we love. And I'm just going to read a few of these cards. Thank you so much for indulging us. We'll post these up on the bulletin board downstairs too to continue to inspire. We support nonprofits doing good work for Living Earth Center, Food Recovery Program, Blue Earth Project, Key City Bike. We garden and compost at home. I teach about pollinator-friendly and native to Minnesota plants. Excuse me. I bring in organics to Mankato, plus our own backyard compost pile. Composting, reducing the use of plastic, gardening, recycling, solar panels, reduced driving, energy efficient appliances. Don't shower every day. Turn off faucet while brushing teeth. Use reusable cloth napkins. Reducing, reusing, recycling. Photographing during nature walks and sharing so others potentially appreciate our beautiful planet a bit more. Bought a hybrid vehicle for transportation. Combine trips so more efficient. Pulling invasive plants, doing a little cleanup at lakes and after controlled burns. Maximizing use, minimizing purchasing. Donating, buying secondhand, recycling, composting, natural yard. I am only buying secondhand clothes this year. Solar panels, driving less, gardening, and less travel. Recycling, repurposing, composting, monitoring thermostat, trying to avoid water waste, looking to purchase an electric vehicle, turning off lights, avoiding plastic bags at groceries, buying more natural fabrics. Now I'm going to read a prayer written by Vern Barnett. It's an Earth Day prayer in the spirit of indigenous traditions. Infinite Spirit, sometimes called Grandfather, Grandmother, Father Sky, Earth Mother, Creator, we gather to praise your creation, to honor the swimmers and the crawlers, the four-leggeds and the winged ones. We give thanks for the beauty and glory of creation and open our hearts to new ways to understand our place in the universe. Not the center or focus, but a humble and balanced place, where every step we take becomes a prayer, where every word we say makes harmony with the vast, vibrating cosmos, and where we know we are singing the song of life. We pray to know more deeply that we are in the garden where every plant and animal and speck of dust is a living prayer. Without our brothers and sisters of the plant and animal and mineral kingdoms, the human family would end. So we want to bless them as they bless us. We pray for humility, not to humble ourselves before presidents or priests, but before the ants and trees. For if we cannot be in true relation to the ant, we shall be outcasts of the garden. Let us cast the pollution from our eyes so we can see the glory and live with thanksgiving. Great Spirit, let us remember it is not how we talk, but how we walk. When we say we love animals, let us protect them. When we say that we love and love the plant people, let us honor them by living lightly on the earth. When we say we love the minerals, let us use them only in necessity and remember their rightful places. Oil belongs in the ground, not in the air through our wasteful machines. Wondrous trees breathing life into the atmosphere, your gifts of fire and shelter, fruit and sailing are precious to us, and in many ways you offer us leaves of knowledge. May the vision of mutual interrelatedness, cosmic interdependence, the seamless process of generations, not end in cough-filled skies blotting the sun, but rather may clear air, healthy forests, wholesome water, expansive prairie, and pungent earth nourish paths for all creatures. through mountain and valley and the salt sea, and through a protective atmosphere as we rejoice in the inhabitants. Hear and empower our mantra: reduce, reuse, recycle. With thanks for the surprise and mystery of it all, we pray in the name of the Creator, the processes and presences, and all our relations. Now, Diane's going to talk to you a little bit about Zero Waste Program.
It's obvious from the cards that have been filled out that most of us are already doing it, but just to let you know, in Mankato, there's a really easy program that you don't have to put any wet vegetable peelings or whatever into your garbage. Downstairs, you may have noticed in the corner, there's a recycling center for strange objects. And there's on the tray of one of the high chairs, there's lots of these. 3 easy ways. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. You know, sign up. Find out a way that works for you. There are compostable bags in the entryway if you don't know what those are. I know that many of us are doing, how many of you are already doing the zero waste composting? Look around, and if you don't know what to do or how to do it, ask one of us. And it's really easy. It's not hard at all. I do some of the things that I do as really a spiritual practice. You know, it's like, yeah, it's extra, but it helps my spirit to do those kinds of things. And down in the corner as well, Linda Good has filled out a journal that has UUFM recycles information. There's lots of stuff in here. Yeah, you have to take a little time to study it, but it'll help your spirit. And if you noticed in our weekly announcements, our community activists in Mankato have planned an activity down at Sibley next Saturday from 10 to 1. It's called Less is Best, Ways to Reduce Waste event. And there's going to be some fun activities for children and learning activities for all of us. But it's another way to get involved in the community so you don't feel hopeless and alone and helpless to make a difference, because we're all in it together, and it's another way to participate. So we're doing this because we are all in this together. And even though this is an announcement, it's still very spiritual announcement.
Another important thing that we can do as a community is contacting our elected officials. It's a very important way to respond to climate change. They listen to their constituents who take the time to contact them. As people of faith and conscience, our voice carries even more weight because we are leaders in our communities and have the ability to address the moral values of responding to the climate crisis with solutions grounded in equity and justice. It will take all of us to heal our climate, but people of faith and conscience must lead the way. There are resources on the table out front. There's several bills that are making their way through, and love it if you would sign the letters that are out there. If you would rather send an individual letter, just write your name and email address on the back of the envelopes out there, and I will email it to you. Otherwise, if you want to sign the collective one, it'll be from the UU leaders, and we'll send that out. As we conclude our time of worship this morning, let us make a promise that we will remain committed to sustained and robust relationship with each other, to the vision of our faith community, to the values of Unitarian Universalism, and to the interdependent web holding us all. As Diane extinguishes the sanctuary chalice, please extinguish your chalice at home and say the words with me, which are on your pew cards. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.